Most people fear sharks. But on one quiet morning in 1972, a settler off the coast of California was attacked by something far rarer, something far more powerful, and something no one expected, because this wasn't a shark. It was an orca, a killer whale, an animal that almost never harms humans. Yet on that day, one orca broke the rules, and what happened next became one of the only confirmed wild orca attacks on a human in recorded history. Our story begins on September 9, 1972. Point Sur, California, a rugged stretch of coastline where cliffs drop into deep, cold water. Perfect surf, perfect solitude, and, as it turns out, perfect hunting grounds. 24-year-old surfer Hans Kretschmer paddled out early that morning. The ocean was calm, the sky was clear, and beneath him, something massive was rising. He had no idea, because orcas don't give warnings. They strike from below. Hans was sitting on his board, waiting for a wave, when he felt a sudden, violent slam from underneath, so powerful it nearly launched him into the air. He didn't see teeth. He didn't see a fin, just a dark shape rising. Before he could react, the water exploded around him. An orca, a full-grown adult, surged upward and clamped its jaws around his leg. Imagine that for a moment. An animal weighing up to 6 tons, biting down with a force strong enough to crush bone. Hans later said it felt like being hit by a truck. And then held in the jaws of a dinosaur, the orca's teeth sank deep into his thigh. Muscle tore. Blood filled the water. And then just as suddenly, the whale let go. No second strike, no pursuit. Just a single, devastating bite. Hans didn't know it yet, but this behavior matched something marine biologists call a test bite. A predator's way of checking if something is food. And Hans was not, but he was still in the middle of the ocean, bleeding heavily, with no idea if the orca would return. Hans forced himself back onto his board. His leg was torn open, bone visible. Every paddle stroke sent a shock of pain through his body. He kept expecting the water behind him to ripple, for a black dorsal fin to rise, for the orca to come back and finish what it started, but the ocean stayed eerily calm. Other surfers saw the blood and rushed toward him. They dragged him to shore, wrapped his leg, and called for help. He survived, but only barely. Doctors counted over 100 stitches to close the wound. At first, people didn't believe him. A killer whale attacking a human. It sounded impossible, but then the evidence came in. Marine biologists examined the bite radius, the spacing of the teeth, the depth of the punctures, and the verdict was undeniable. It was an orca, a wild one. One of the only times in history a killer whale has ever bitten a human being. This wasn't a shark misidentified. It wasn't a sea lion. It wasn't a hoax. It was real. So why did this orca attack? Experts believe the answer is surprisingly simple. Hans looked like a seal. From below, a surfer sitting on a board has the same silhouette as a sea lion, a favorite prey of orcas, and orcas are apex predators. They strike fast, they strike hard, and they strike from below. But here's the twist. Once the orca realized Hans wasn't food, it stopped. No second bite. No dragging him under. No predatory follow-through. Just one test and release. This is why wild orca attacks on humans are almost unheard of. Humans simply aren't on the menu. Hans recovered, though the scars stayed with him for life. He returned to the ocean, but he never forgot the moment he came face to face with one of the most powerful predators on Earth. And marine scientists still reference his case today because it remains one of the clearest, most documented examples of a wild orca biting a human. A reminder that even the most intelligent animals can make mistakes, and that the ocean is still a wild place full of creatures we don't fully understand. So the next time you're out on the water and you see a fin, remember this: sharks might be the villains in movies, but the ocean's true apex predator is the orca. And on one quiet morning in 1972, one of them proved it.